Hello there, fellow adventurers. Today's trip brings us back to the Great Smoky Mountains in downtown Gatlinburg for another hotel review. Our last trip there was back in late September of last year for the Fall Harvest Festival at Dollywood. This time around, we decided to upgrade our accommodations. We knew we wanted something with a great view and to keep with a rustic mountain down-home feeling, but also to stay under a budget. After checking out what was available on Booking.com, we settled for the Edgewater at the Aquarium. Located at 402 River Road, it had everything we were looking for. Conveniently located within walking distance of the main parkway, main attractions like Ripley's Aquarium, the museum, Space Needle, tons of great places to eat. It also is nestled quietly into the foot of the mountains with the river running right in front. One of the paths leading in or out of the hotel to the hustle and bustle of downtown Gatlinburg will have you traveling over this walking bridge right over the river, which I consider to be more of a creek, but it's called River Road for a reason. This is where one of my favorite things to do was just to stop and enjoy the view and sounds in nature. It's a great way to start or end your day. If you're lucky, you might even get to encounter some of the local wildlife who come down to enjoy the river, like the many ducks we saw having a swim, or this cute little chipmunk who just wanted a nice cold drink of water on a hot day. Isn't he cute? Also, no reason to worry about parking. The hotel has a multi-level parking garage located under it with plenty of space. Sort of. It is a bit tight with a very low ceiling. Our Jeep was able to move through the levels just fine, though at times it did feel like the luggage rack might scrape the concrete. If you're driving a big vehicle, keep in mind you aren't going to fit it in here. Height is only about 6 foot 6 inches at its tallest. One reason I like to stay in Gatlinburg itself, instead of possible cheaper options in Pigeon Forge, is that I enjoy walking around town, and getting a hotel with free parking means I don't have to pay the high parking lot prices around town. Also of note, the Edgewater is located right next door to the Mystery Mansion here on River Road. And from our parking space, you got a great view of it, though at the time we were there, they were doing some remodeling on the outside. Still, in the evening hours while it was open, the sounds of the music and people screaming was the perfect atmosphere for the Halloween season. In order to check in, you need to head up a few floors above the parking garage to the lobby. Found the staff here to be great personally. They were polite, but maybe a little camera shy. Even though we had no issues we needed to fix, I'm sure they would have been nice enough to work with if we had. It's a large conference room over to the left after you get off the elevator. And then over here to the right is the breakfast area, which overlooks River Road. Not a bad view really at all, in my humble opinion. I do apologize about the shakiness of the video here in this section. My GoPro was having a hissy fit while trying to record this, so I was stuck using my phone. Now, although we didn't partake ourselves, as I'm not really a breakfast person for the most part, they do offer a complimentary continental breakfast with your stay. Every morning you get freshly brewed coffee, fresh fruit, as well as breakfast staples like eggs, biscuits, and even cereal. Walking back down towards the lobby, you can see the coffee breakfast bar, which I really like the stonework on that. I consider this to be a nice little decorating touches. I'm just a sucker for rustic stone and wood architecture. I also really loved just how down home and country the lobby was, specifically how it was decorated for fall, my favorite time of the year. Now it's time to head up to our room. We stayed on the 4th floor as I really wanted to get a room as high up as possible to get the best view. Edgewater Hotel features a glass window elevator. It's located right in the center of the hotel and overlooks River Road in Gatlinburg as it takes you up or down to your destination. I do want to bring up a glaring issue here though, and that's just how dirty the elevator was. Like, no one had bothered to clean the glass in a while. This I feel would be an easy fix, especially for such a prominent feature here. As you step out of the elevator to your room floors, you're greeted with what I consider to be an interesting choice of wall paint color. Not really sure how I feel about this particular color of green, but I do like the wood panels at the bottom. Again, continuing that rustic feel. You do have some nice wall art right in the elevator area, but the rest of the hallways seem a little bare. The carpet seemed pretty clean though, and the cleaning staff seemed to be working hard throughout the day, taking care of issues. Just not the elevator, I guess. Alright, so I didn't get to go over the room when we first got here, and it is checkout morning. We're getting ready to head to Dollywood, so I wanted to kind of go over the room now and give you guys kind of what my thoughts are on everything here. So as you can see, this is kind of basically as soon as you walk in the room, this is what you're going to see. It's a fairly good sized room, I will say that. This is probably out of the 3 places that we've stayed in these 2 trips that we've had down here, this has probably been the best room that we've had. So that's a major plus. Decorations, you got kind of
The lights and stuff are kind of nice. Everything worked except for when we come over here, these sockets would not charge our phones. There's another one here on the, actually I gotta get my plug there. There is another one right here in the clock that also wouldn't charge. So I don't know why, but would not charge our phones. They just kept trying to charge and then going off, coming back on, going off. So something going on with these. If you are going to stay here, bring your own plugs to charge, because the USB things here just don't seem to want to work. I didn't have but like one charger, so over here, if we step over here, this is all I kind of had, and I had to make do with this to try to charge everything. Good thing I have 2 battery packs, so like the power banks, that's pretty good. We didn't even try the TV. I mean, I guess this is your typical TV for a hotel room. Would have been nice to see something a little nicer. I do think that maybe the place could be a little more modernized for what it is, but I mean, we paid about $340 for the 2 nights that we stayed. But it was like $300, and then that was after tax and everything, and then I upgraded to get us a room that is facing Gatlinburg, like downtown Gatlinburg. So we had a mountain view, but I upgraded, and that was like $10 more a night. So maybe $320, I think is what we paid, like $322. I'm not a huge fan of the carpet. It's okay, I guess. That's trivial. It's not a big thing. The beds, at first, I thought were pretty good, but I think they were a little too firm for my taste. If you like a firm bed, then these are probably good, but I don't think I really cared for the bed itself, which would be the major down point for the entire stay. Coming over here, the decorations are good. Now, I'm not really seeing anything, like I don't see mold or anything like that around the edges. I don't see any cracks. I mean, there is some slight cracks, like right up here in the corners, right up there. But that's okay. Compared to some of the other couple of places we stayed, that's not a big deal. So over here, you've got your 2 lamps here. You got your nightstand in the middle between the 2 beds, your phone, your clock, your charging station that didn't work. You've got the microwave down here, and then right over here you got a fridge. This is a pretty decent sized fridge, honestly. Pretty good sized. So, stepping over here, I've got my stuff in the way, but you got kind of a pretty nice little desk, so I was able to work here with my laptop and like do files and stuff as we were staying here. You got a couple plugs over here, which we made use of. A coffee pot, which neither of us drink coffee, so we didn't even bother with the coffee. And then, kind of coming over here, you got the chair over here, your AC. Not really any major issues with the AC. Got a light over here. It would have been nice to have another nightstand over here. I ended up kind of using this chair right here, which is actually a pretty comfy chair. So no complaints about that. And then stepping out here on the balcony, you can kind of see the view that we had out here. So, and I think this was for what we paid downtown on this kind of, I would say quiet. It's not all that quiet, but compared to where we have stayed, it was fairly quiet. You got a really nice view of the river kind of coming down through here. We had ducks yesterday morning, which are not here this morning as before we check out. Good walking distance between everything. You can step right up there. You can come out. You got Fanny Farkles right there. You got Anakista up on the hill over there. Ripley's is right down there. And then, if you're kind of wondering where we're exactly at, that's the Arcade 1-Up, I think, or Arcade City, I think, right there, the orange building. You got the Space Needle. You can see Ripley's right over the next to the Space Needle. The chairlift. We are right next to Mystery Mansion down there, which we were going to do, but decided against it because I checked and we couldn't record there, and I didn't want to waste the money on that. So, but all right. So yeah, and the chairs out here were kind of comfy, and it was kind of nice here. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what did you think of the bed?
first night, of course, I couldn't sleep on it. And then last night, of course, I took a sleeping pill and I was able to sleep. But yeah, I don't really care much about the bed.
Yeah, I think the beds were one of the major down points of this room.
I agree.
And then let's go over here. There's one last thing to check out, and that is, of course, the bathroom. So the bathroom itself, not too bad. It's small, but again, for what we paid, I mean, I'm not really seeing any major complaints in the bathroom or anything. There's nothing. You got one, obviously. What?
According to the toilet, I don't know what's going on. I've never seen a toilet before to like bubble when you flush it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it flushes.
I mean, we didn't have any trouble with the toilet flushing, but yeah,
like something's coming out of it when you flush.
Yeah, it's like whenever you go to flush it, it kind of bubbles, which is really, really weird. Toilet paper, pun intended, was crap. Yeah, I didn't care for the toilet paper. And the other major down point to staying here was the water pressure. There wasn't a whole lot of water pressure in the shower, like at all. So it was enough. I mean, I was able to take a shower. You were able to take a shower. I mean, it was fine, and of course we took showers and stuff this morning, everything like that. So
also, the sink, the water getting hit gets extremely scalding hot.
Yes, so that was something I noticed yesterday morning when I took a shower. So the water over here it will burn you if you get it too hot. It gets scalding hot.
How they do got the hair dryers and stuff like this in the or hotels now. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. And I love the lighting too behind the mirror.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I didn't really even think about that. The towels, not the most comfiest hotel towels, honestly. So, but I mean, as far as cleanliness, everything was pretty clean.
Yeah.
So, and then just kind of looking at the shower here because I didn't really get too good of a view of it. Like I said, we did take showers and stuff this morning. We are getting ready to leave. We're getting ready to check out. So, if you see any dirt or anything, that's pretty much us. But yeah, the water pressure in here, not that great. It was enough, basically. Now yesterday morning, the water didn't get too hot when I had it all the way on hot, and it didn't get very hot. This morning though, it did. So I don't know about that. Did it get as hot as what the sink does over here? No. It could have just been where there were more people getting ready to check out yesterday than what there was this morning. It's a Monday morning. There's not a whole lot of people left in Gatlinburg right now at the moment. But yeah, the water pressure, and I think the beds just being way too firm for our tastes were the two downfalls of this room. Everything else, I would say, is top notch. So, major question, would we stay here again?
I think so.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah.
I think so too.
But still, it's got nice scenery.
I mean, I also have a hard time sleeping as well. I tossed and turned both nights. I know you didn't get much sleep at all the night before. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the carpet.
No.
But
it's just a carpet.
Again, that's just trivial.
It was clean.
Yeah.
It was clean.
Yeah, and again, we will definitely say that everything was fairly clean for the most part. I mean, we didn't see hardly any mold. Now there was one spot over here. It does kind of look like maybe something
Somebody
over here.
Just been painting to them with their hand
It could
on
be just be bad paint or something. And then over here you've
stain
got,
on this one.
yeah, there is a stain on the curtain right there. But again, not a huge deal. Let's
be
do
kids.
the glass. So I do want to show this.
This is neat.
Well, yeah, to lock it and unlock it, you got that bar right there. I think I've seen that at other hotels, but there is a huge, I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera or not, but it should. There is a huge scratch going all the way up through here, which, again, didn't affect us. And I'm sure replacing this door would probably be, kind of a major deal. So it's not something that maintenance could take care of like real quick. So, and it's not a big thing. Yeah, that's something you didn't like. No smoking in the room, which is all of Gatlinburg is like that. So, but you can't smoke on the balcony either. And I don't know if the other places, yeah, I know you.
Well, I mean, I've even seen, like the last place we stayed at, even the maid was actually smoking out there on the balcony.
If any of the other hotels have it where you can't smoke on the balcony, they've never told us,
Right.
and I've never seen it in any of the things I had to sign. But here, smoking is prohibited in the room and on the balcony. So, which is one of the big things why we got the balcony for, and it's because I know she's a smoker, so we had to get something with a balcony where she can go out and smoke. So for here, we couldn't really do that. But other than that, I mean, again, would we stay here again? Yeah, I think so. Just because of
The scenery. I love
the scenery, the convenience.
I think maybe next time we might try River Terrace, or maybe if we have a little bit more money, we could go on down the road.
We could get like Oak Creek down there. Old Creek, yeah. Maybe the Appalachian Lodge, something like that. Maybe if we have a little more money.
But River Terrace, I think, might be the next one we try, because it's pretty much right next door. So we would get all the convenience and stuff that we have as far as walking distance and everything.
But yeah, that's pretty much my final thoughts on the room as we get ready to check out. So let me know what
you guys think down below. What is your favorite
hotel in Gatlinburg? Specifically, like best hotel in general and maybe best budget hotel.
Now, of course, we couldn't leave off without showing one of the best features, I think, of the Edgewater Hotel. And I'm sure Amanda would approve of this statement, but let's go ahead and check out the pool. Here we are in the pool lobby area, which is located right over top of the hotel lobby itself. As you can see, we are actually overlooking the lobby here. Now, this is also where you're going to find most of the vending machines as well, and I believe the ice machine is here too, if I'm not mistaken. Also located on this floor is the exercise room, where you're going to find some workout equipment if you are one of those people who like to work out while you're on vacation. This door right here goes out to the pool area. You do need a hotel key in order to get in and out of there. Here you can see some of the exercise equipment that they do have available. And looks like they are only requiring at least only 2 people in there at a time currently. We're just going to kind of take a walk around this kind of foyer, balcony area here. This little rock area here they have right above here too is interesting as well. It's almost like it used to be a waterfall feature or something, but I don't think it ever was. And I absolutely love how this whole area just overlooks the main lobby. This is just a really cool feature I've never seen before. Now here we are in the actual pool area itself, and this right here I think is absolutely amazing. I love this like faux rock wall they have here with the mural kind of painted behind it. Now all of this is an indoor pool, but it does have an outside area as well, which you can go under, swim out underneath the glass, and then out into the patio area located outside, which as you can see Amanda is taking advantage of right now. Also in here is a couple of jacuzzi tubs. We also tried that out as well. And even the decoration around it, you got these like wooden beams, and then you've even got like animals and stuff, like this little raccoon guy right there just kind of hanging out up there. You got a slide for the kiddies and also a chair for disabled. Now I'm sure this isn't the only hotel in Gatlinburg that has an indoor pool area like this, but this one is amazing. Now let's head out here to the outside area of the pool, the patio area. And you can see we got chairs out here that you can just kind of relax in. This right here goes down to the parking garage, I believe. And then you got a nice view of the mountains over there. That is also the parking garage downstairs that comes out and goes under. Now, if you step down the steps over here into this little area out here, you will find a nice fire pit. So you, a group of friends or family can all come down here on an evening and just sit around in these rocking chairs and relax by this fire pit, this is a really cool feature. Now, for the price of this hotel, I really don't think you can go wrong. This entire pool area, bar none, amazing, especially on a budget. I don't think you will find, for the price, a better pool area than this. And with that, I think that's going to end this video. So that's our thoughts about the Edgewater Hotel down here on River Road in Gatlinburg. If you guys have stayed here, let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We'll see you on the next adventure.